Hi everybody, welcome to our swimsuit edition. In case you're wondering, I've lost 22 pounds on keto, and I'm sure glad you're tuning in. We're here with cameraman Kenny, who's also my lifeguard. Thank you for joining us, and we have a very, very special mermaid edition / swimsuit edition of tonight's show. We're going to have special guest Greta Jane, and of course we have Fireman Kenny, and we have a peanut gallery of mermaids watching the show in socially responsible ways. So we're excited you're joining us. Thank you for coming. And so now a little bit of filler while we wait for all those internet people to arrive, which I've learned not to really wait much anymore. So here comes a random swimmer out of the ocean. How very exciting. Why don't you just point that at the ground in case they don't want to be on camera? Oh, no worries, we're fine. Thank you. The camera's, okay, you can return it. Thank you for sharing the beach with us.
Of course.
Random swimmer. So check this out. How about fun is this? We're all stressed because it's kind of a warm day and a Friday night, and we tried to find spots on the beach, and we thought we knew where we could go where there'd be nobody. And of course, where we picked was full of people. So then we went up the road a little bit, and we're like, oh no, there's all these people. We don't want to invade their space. But Grandma Ruby went up to this group of mermaids that were camped and said, we are doing a mermaid show. Would you mind if we camped with you? And I kid you not, random strangers, because I have like 20 people who've seen my show. One of those 20 was in the gaggle of mermaids, and they said we could join their party. I'm not making it up. Total strangers, and they just happen to be somebody who has watched our show in the past, and they're very excited to be here. So I'm very excited about that. So without further ado, get ready for our first opening number. So Fireman Kenny, go ahead and point that at the ground. Oops, my waves.
Don't kick the bottom.
Okay, time for the big reveal. Look, everyone, I'm the littlest mermaid. I've lost so much weight following the keto diet that I have a thigh gap, which I've never had before, and I don't even have thighs. But thank you all for coming. This is our mermaid edition. And do you know what mermaids have? They have, oh wait, it's not mermaids, it's jellyfish.
But merms too.
Merms.
No, merms don't have a manus.
Okay, but jellyfish have manuses, and Grandma Ruby is going to explain to us what a manus is, and you're going to be really excited when you find out how to properly use your manus. So stay tuned. Grandma Ruby will be here in about 15 minutes. And in the meantime, I just want you to think about, where did mermaids come from? Where did they come from? I have it on the best authority that it was a waterborne alien species, and when they crash landed on the earth, they could only survive in our oceans. And it was through this alien species mating with humanoids that a hybrid species was born, thus the mermaid. And mermaids are still among us, and they tend to dwell very deep, and they go with the flow. And so that's what my show is all about, going with the flow. And so we welcome the energy of mermaid, of flow and flow. And to all the mermaids out there, all the little mermaids who never knew it was okay to be a mermaid, I want you to know that what you are in your mermaid self is perfect. So you just let that little tail flip in the wind. You don't worry about a thing. You let your mermaid tail fly. And don't be afraid to tell the world you're a mermaid, because mermaids are awesome. And being anything other than normal is awesome. So thank you for coming to the show. And now, ready? Part 1 is coming. Oops! High production values here. Fireman Kenny can't bring me stuff because he's the cameraman today. Oh, he's also the lifeguard. So I brought all our friends in the box of holding. And you know what that means. Oh, but first, my special shirt. I like to think when I wear this shirt and underwear, I look a lot like Bridget Bardot. I know that may not be who you first thought of when you saw me in this shirt and underwear, but that's who I first thought of. Okay, first out of the case, my dead lover, Rich. He died of a drug overdose about 2 years ago. And one of his favorite things was poppers. So we always honor our ancestor, dead lover Rich, with a little poppers. So we welcome all of our ancestors to the show. And remember, we're all a little bit of animal, and we're all a little bit of angel. And we're just trying to align ourselves with evolution and forward progress. So don't deny the part of you that's an animal. Unless you're a total dick. So, in case you remember, we did some spell work that all of the con men get revealed, that the truth of the con men get revealed, and that they get tarred and feathered and driven out of town, just like at the end of Huckleberry Finn. So that's what we did with you-know-who. And then one of my friends was asking me, why are you so obsessed and why is Marla Maples in your show every week? And what I said was, well, she's here because she was married to this dick and she knows more than anybody how full of shit he is. And so she's here to witness as a first victim of his bullshit. So that's why Marla's on my show every week. And then Moldy Jesus is here, and he stays quiet because that's how we like our Jesus. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, we're in a public park, so this is on the down low. I'm not doing this in public. Ah, delicious. Oh, and it's mermaids. And so Greta said it's all about flow. And so I brought this light, flowy cape, which is actually a curtain from IKEA. So you know it's high quality. And so I have that. Oh, and you know what it's time for? Time for the box of divination. And so, Fireman Kenny, come forward and photograph that man's feet as he grabs his sandals. Fireman Kenny, you still have to do your job. Oh, and he's
Will there be compensation?
Yes, there will be overtime.
What do you need me to do?
You have to pick one. Now you have to read it.
Not every ghost is Joe Birdsong.
Ooh, another addict ancestor who I loved dearly and died in a horrible car crash. So we love Joe. And so apparently we've got all of the addict ancestors who died of addiction in the room tonight. So hey Joe, welcome to our scene. Fireman Kenny, will you give me the camera? I just want to show everybody how hot Fireman Kenny looks.
Show everybody Fireman.
Woo! Since he's being our cameraman, he put together this beautiful lifeguard. Oh, and say hi to the Mermaid Chorus. Woo! Yay! And then just a sneak peek, we have Greta is gonna be here soon. Okay, so Fireman Kenny's taking back over, and now it's time. So, like 10 of you already saw this next part, and you're just gonna have to suffer through, because you're the only 10 that saw it, because we had technical difficulties, and my review of my favorite movie of the quarantine got deleted and disappeared into the ethers of technology. And so, ladies and gentlemen, come with me to an isolated island inside a lighthouse, which the director said, make it look like a penis. This movie is called The Lighthouse, and it's about that vampire guy. What's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson and that hot Jesus guy, they get stranded on a lighthouse. But there's all this Greek mythology. There's Proteus and Prometheus are in there, and there's mermaids, but they're kind of devilish, and do not kill seagulls is one of the main themes. And there's a one-eyed seagull, and the vampire guy kills the seagull. And things get... Here, I'm coming in for a close-up. So things get real serious at this point in the movie. Things start getting dark. And a little backstory. Me and my roommates, the first 5 weeks of COVID, we drank way too much. We were getting blind drunk every night. There was 5 people staggering around our house, running into each other. We were out of control. And then we saw this movie. And in the movie, these 2 guys are isolated on a lighthouse. And they're really, really drunk. They get drunk all the time. So drunk they can't remember what day it is. They don't know how long they've been there. And then one of them turns into a sea god with tentacles. And he's all sexual. And it's that super hot Jesus guy, Willem Dafoe. And when I was a boy, my church warned me that his Jesus was of the devil. And my church told me not to go see that. And I think it was because of that. When I did go see Willem Dafoe as Jesus, I was like, damn, Jesus is hot. And so Willem Dafoe, hot Jesus, and the vampire boy, they're on this island, and there's some sexual tension in the air. And the seagull gets killed, and things start going bad, and there's a big storm. And then here's what I want you to know. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm going to ruin the end of the movie. They have sex with the lighthouse. I'm not kidding. You have to watch this movie. They have sex with the lighthouse. If you have not seen The Lighthouse, you need to watch it. When we watched it, we, for some reason, had to pay 99 cents on YouTube to watch the movie. And now it's free. It's free on Netflix. And you can watch 2 guys have sex with a lighthouse. So that's what I'm recommending for you. That you watch 2 guys have sex with a lighthouse. And then one of them gets his liver eaten out. And I think they're in purgatory, but I'm not really sure. The movie's very confusing, but I loved it and I can't wait to watch it again. Okay, so it's almost time. It is time, in fact. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this stage my favorite semi-professional mermaid, Grandma Ruby, Greta Jane. So, add Greta Jane. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Are we on camera together?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
So turn the volume on the phone down, Kenny.
Oh, okay. Turn the volume on the phone down?
Everybody.
Okay.
The echo will disturb us.
Okay, cool.
How
Can you
far
hear
down?
me?
Just so we don't hear it at all.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, we'll have to turn the volume down.
Oh, you're right. So you turn your volume down and you can turn yours up and see if you can hear it when she talks.
Okay. Oh, yeah, great. Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Hi, Greta.
Hi, Timothy White Eagle.
So I was wondering,
Yes?
would you mind telling us about the severe injustice mermaids faced in Olympia?
Oh. Well, I mean, mermaids face injustice everywhere. But in Olympia specifically, they were run out of a parade, a procession of the species, if you will. And they deemed that mermaids, and we, our people, our beings, we really embrace the word merm, as merm is gender free. So anyways, the merms were chased out because they said merms aren't real, they're a mythical creature, and they wouldn't allow us in their parade.
So it was a parade only for creatures.
Only for creatures that we understand in Earth, in Earth science. Like the Earth isn't in space.
Wonderful. Kenny, we turn the volume all the way down. I think we'll be fine. Okay, cool. Well, thank you.
Oh, sure. Would you like me to tell you what I learned about jellyfish the other day?
Yes.
Okay, well, jellyfish. Most jellyfish, as we understand them, they can live in fresh water or they can live in seawater. And jellyfish, they just have one hole, a mouth/anus, or commonly called a manus. Isn't that fascinating? And what they use their manus for is absolutely everything. They use it to eat, they use it to poop, they use it to through. It's kind of a cross between throwing up and pooping. And the scientists I listened to called it throoping through your manus.
Oh my.
That's what jellyfish do. And they have sex through their manus. But jellyfish, here's a fun fact. Jellyfish, they don't have sex with each other. They have sex with themselves. And when they feel like it, they release their seed. They release their fertile eggs into the sea. And they wait as the polyps. The first stage of a jellyfish life is called a polyp. And it's just kind of like a marigold. But there's a bunch of them. First, they're tiny little ideas, and then they become polyps. And they can live as a polyp for up to 10 years or so, decades even. And then at some point, they finally decide to transmorph, to become a Medusa with long, flowing tendrils and all kinds of things. And through all of those stages, they live their lives with the manus.
That was the best information I learned all week. Grandma Ruby and I were talking on the phone earlier, and she told me all about the manus. And that was my favorite piece of information I found all week.
Me too. I mean, isn't it fascinating? And just thinking about jellyfish like extraterrestrials and their ability to move from salt water to fresh water. Anyways, so we were talking maybe about having a little Manus meditation.
Yes, I would love a Manus meditation. Are all the mermaids in the audience ready for a Manus meditation?
Now, merms don't have manuses because you can see that they also have mouths. And can the merms hear me? Can you hear me over the waves? Okay, great.
Beautiful.
So every merm has got a mouth and every merm has got an anus. Just like you and I, just like all of us here, And your mouth is the twin of your anus. It's true. If you think about it, our first cellular split in the womb, we become a tube with a mouth and an anus. Our mouth and our anus have the same amount of nerve endings. They have incredible sensitivity, and it's just about energy coming in and going out, waste going out, nourishment coming in, pleasure coming in. Of course, it can go in both directions. So as you think about the merging and the twinness and feel into that fountain between your mouth and your anus, and imagine somewhere in the middle, in an interdimension, in a jellyfish medusal realm, below the sea, among the waves, you tune in and you find your Manus. You don't need to have sex with anyone. You have sex with yourself, and when you feel like it, you release your fertile brilliance into the sea. So in this moment, just breathe into it, okay? Close your eyes. Locate your Manus. Notice the feelings in your jaw and relax. Notice the feelings in your anus and relax. Noticing the subtle connections. Feeling the way your breath comes in through your mouth and finds its way down and fills your whole pelvic bowl and presses against your root, your sex, your anus. Notice if you would clench and then release. Relax, letting go. Feeling where your body connects to your Manus, where your Manus connects to the earth. Feeling into this moment all the parts of your body and your Manus that are oriented towards our earth body and to our mother, the sea. Breathing into that sense of interconnectedness, transformation, Medusa, Manus, tendrils, waves, seaweed. Listening to the sound of the waves and the gentle siren's call out from the distance. This moment and sparkling possibility enters your lungs, holds your heart, fills your Manus, your mouth, your anus, your core, aligning all of your cells with the pulse of the universe, harmonizing in this infinite symphony of possibility, welcoming the spirit of the merm, of the sea, the cleansing, strong and rejuvenating waters, honoring that the cells of your Manus are made mostly of water, as is every cell in your being made of water and sparkling stardust, transforming forever to create this moment. Remembering that everything that has ever existed is made of the same sparkling stardust from the beginning of time. This stardust lives in your every cell and has knowings of the call of the siren and has knowings of life before institutionalized racism and patriarchy. Breathing in and welcoming all of that wisdom and connection into your anus, into your manus, into your mouth, allowing this wonder and knowing and connectivity to nourish every cell of your being.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you want to do a song before you go?
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. I actually want to do 2.
Okay.
Is that okay? 2 shorties.
Sure. Sure.
Because shocker, I mean, I just happen to have a song about kissing the earth with your anus, so it feels obligatory, but I didn't practice this today, so I want you to know, off the cuff. Kiss the earth with your anus. No, forget the ukulele. Here we go. Kiss the earth with your manus. Notice how the earth kisses back. The pleasure we reclaim is truly a natural act. Feel the earth kissing back. Feel the earth kissing back. Kiss the earth with your manus. Notice how the earth kisses back. The pleasure we reclaim is truly a natural act. Feel the earth kissing back. Feel the earth kissing back. I can feel the earth. Can you feel the earth? Anus. I can feel the earth. Can you feel the earth? Kissing back. Anus. Back. Kissing back. Manus.
Yay! Beautiful. Would you like to make some offerings to the water?
You know I would.
I had a feeling.
What kind of question is that?
I had a feeling. Well, how about if you make offerings while I talk?
Oh, I would love to. Okay, great.
So let's see. Maybe if I sit over here.
I'll stand on the rock. How about that?
That's perfect. And then Kitty can try and get us both in the frame.
Perfect.
Oh, this is probably.
Oh, like.
Yeah, just follow us and try and get. Just go ahead and try and get I guess it's still split, right?
Yeah.
But what I think if Greta gets up,
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and we'll see what my camera says.
I'll go ahead and just turn yours off.
Oh, turn mine off. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
And then we'll just do one. Perfect. Dog in the water. Are we ready? We call to the guardians of the water. We call to the protectors and those that would be protectors. We invite you to step forward and step into your power. We invite you to remember the place of water, the importance of water. We invite you to step into your place of power and offer your protection. We invite you forward and ask you to breathe into that knowing. Water is in you. You are of water. You are born of water. You are filled with water. Water is essential. And it's time for all of us to step into our role of protector. It's time for all of us to consider inconvenience and protect the world at large. I invite you to consider being inconvenienced and to up your game, to try harder, to consider the environment and the water, and do a little more than you did last week. And in the following weeks, do a little more still. I'll do that too. Aho. I have a flower here. I wish you could smell it. Maybe you have a flower where you are, and you can smell it. That smell comes in part from water.